Public sector bank privatization process. This is going on. We are going to see the bank privatization process in 4 steps here. Okay. The first step is why privatization. The second one is speed up privatization. And the third one is voting rights. And the fourth one, the very important one is who are the selected candidates for privatization. That is very important. So, why privatization? In this year Union Budget speech, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had announced the administration plan to privatize 2 public sector banks and a general insurance company, all part of a larger plan to privatize more public sector banks. This reflected the government attempt to dismantle the stronghold of public sector and to encourage private players to acquire the government asset. Privatization is the need of the hour since even before the pandemic broke out. Market capitalization of the bad loan saddled public sector bank was eroding steadily and substantially. And moreover, from financial 15 to financial 20, for 5 years, the government infused 3.2 lakh crore to shore up the capital base of affected public sector bank. Who are all the affected public sector bank? For that, the government infused 3.2 lakh crore. Not 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3.2 lakh crore. This is very important. So that only the government wanted to disinvestment the public sector bank. This is the main important first reason. And the second is the disinvestment plan for this financial year is 1.75 lakh crore. This is a very huge amount. Not only privatizing public sector bank, and other is general insurance also included in the disinvestment plan. And LIC also IPO is coming, that process is going on, and BPCL share sale, that process is going on. From LIC IPO, the government think that they will collect the amount 1 lakh crore. From BPCL share sale, the government think that 70 to 80,000 crore. The government planning is like that only. So this is the very important thing here is from financial year 15 to 20, government infused a huge amount to shore up the capital base of the affected public sector bank. That is speed up of privatization. Ongoing deliberations are concerned with the repealment of Banking Companies Act of 1970 and 1980. 1970 is Acquisition and Transfer of Undertaking. 1980 is Nationalization Act. The plan is to amend the consent law all at once so that the privatization process does not face legal obstacles. It is in the midst of interministerial consultations. Final legislative action with respect to the aforementioned act can be expected to take place in the Parliament monsoon session. Monsoon session will be July to September of every year. Next is voting rights. A significant constraint that was identified is that non-government shareholders have a voting right cap of 10% regardless of their shareholding. What? Non-government shareholders have a voting rights cap of 10% regardless of their shareholding. Another item under review is the stipulation in the Banking Regulation Act 1949, which states that no shareholder of a public and private sector bank can exercise more than 26% of their voting rights. A more liberal banking system can be achieved when promoters are given higher voting rights. The bank would need to extend themselves and adopt the right governance mechanism. All of this would convince the RBI to amend its present stance, which is seek to limit promoter. The next is very important one, selected candidates. Who are the selected candidates? Before we are going to see that Nidhi Aayog has selected a few public sector banks to be privatized, and the RBI and the government are in talks to privatize the two. Before repealing the bank nationalization law, the public sector bank will have to be transitioned from under this act to the Company Act. Other companies have made the transition, but none that are nationalized. 5 to 6 banks, including Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, IDBI Bank, experienced a smooth transition to privatization, all of which were government owned but not nationalized. Okay. Already the government reduced 27 public sector bank into 12 public sector bank. Now the government plan is only to retain control on. Government plan is to control on only 4 public sector bank, that is State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda and Canara Bank. These are 4 highest market capitalized bank and 4 highest branches bank. So the government plan is to have control on these 4 bank only. So the most priority for privatization banks, who are all them? The first choice is the first one, Bank of Maharashtra. The second one, UCO Bank, and the third one, Publics, Punjab and Sindh Bank. These 3 banks have the lower market capitalization and low number of branches, and the number of workers are very, very less. Number of employees is very less compared to State Bank, PNB, BOB, Canara, Indian Bank, anything. These 3 banks is having only less number of employees compared to other public sector bank. So government good, the remaining public sector banks are 5. The remaining public sector bank or 5 public sector bank are there. They are Central Bank of India, Bank of India, Indian Overseas Bank, Indian Bank, Union Bank. There are 5 remaining public sector bank are there. Government, there is a chance is there. What is the chance is government could amalgamate the remaining 5 public sector bank with the larger one. Maybe State Bank of India, Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, like that. They could amalgamate the remaining 5 sector bank. Or otherwise, another chance is they could reduce its stake in 5 public sector bank to 26% before making the complete exit. That is also possible. So now the priorities is now very high priority for privatization, for privatized the bank are UCO Bank. The number 1 is Bank of Maharashtra, second is UCO Bank, third one is Punjab and Sindh Bank.